Hello you guys, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. None other than Sonic Heroes. This is Cyborg Bowser here, and today we're gonna begin this with Team Sonic with a cutscene.
Long time no see.
Sonic, check this out.
Guess what, Sonic Heroes? I finally developed the ultimate weapon. In 3 days, I'll conquer the world. Think you can stop me?
Sounds like an invitation to party.
What are we gonna do, Sonic?
No worries. We've got this one.
Ha! Think I'd miss this? Time to crack that Eggman wide open. Yeah, let's party!
Alright, so with that cutscene in mind, basically we got the general plot of the story. Eggman wants to control the world again, and it's up to us to stop him. Pretty obvious there. I mean, so just how exactly does this game work? Because this is unlike anything else that I've done previously, other than the fact that it is a platforming game. So the first thing you're going to notice is there's Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. You're basically as a team. Again, pretty obvious. I shouldn't be talking as much, but then again, I'm supposed to here. Sonic is what is called a speed formation character. Knuckles is a power formation character, and Tails is a fly formation character. We'll get to know more about these abilities later, but for right now, I'm basically using every single ability here. And this is Seaside Hill, the first stage, and it's meant to be easy, but I'm not exactly sure if I'd call it that. I mean, they give you plenty of challenge here, so that's not surprising. You may notice with this team that there is no tutorial to start it off. There's a reason for that. I'll also get into that later. There are a lot of things I'll get to later, but right now, let's just quote-unquote speedrun this level. It's not really a speedrun, however. I don't know everything about this game, which I should probably mention this right away. I will not 100% this game, which means any A ranks I get are pretty much accidental. Anything that does happen, you cannot account me for it, basically. I just want to point that out early, because I know there are some completionists out there, especially for this game. I'm merely playing it for the experience, and that's fine. As long as you guys know where I'm going with this. I mean, I should have probably also mentioned that each stage has more than one way to go. I generally try to go the top path, as you're going to notice here, but I'm going to fail just as miserably. Or miserable, or whatever it is. Yeah, I failed this part horribly. But it's alright. Like I said, multiple pathways. Probably the best way to go here. Now, speed formation has a couple of different abilities here, including the ability to home attack and rocket excel. Those are the two main ones, though. Fly formation, obviously you can fly, but you can also stun enemies using fly formation. And power formation, as you can probably guess, would destroy most enemies, and that's how you are supposed to destroy enemies in combat. But Knuckles also has a glide maneuver. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, a glide maneuver. and that is used to get certain items as well. And I should also mention this game has a level up system, very different from other Sonic games if I'm not mistaken, and you can basically level up 3 times, and the more you level these guys up, the more powerful they become. So that's always something to keep in mind. And now we get this little area here. We get a little car segment here. I don't know what this is. Basically just avoid any obstacles, and you're pretty much safe here. But yeah, there's not really much to say about this stage though as a whole. It's just meant to be an introduction stage, which it clearly is. But because I'm playing this game on the Nintendo GameCube, it actually looks pretty good, I must say. And yeah, there should be a lot more things I can say about the game, like this. What is this even? So, I'm moving so fast, I end up sweeping one of them off their feet. Are you kidding me? That's not even possible, I thought. And they give us a free Team Blast here. Why, I don't know. Oh yeah, I should probably mention what Team Blasts are. Basically, whenever you use a Team Blast, you'll get a special power. I believe Team Sonic's will... It does something a little bit interesting, but I usually don't wait for it to be that long. And oh yeah, hidden 1-up down here if you ever so happen to go down there. Certain teams have different Team Blasts. I'll get to those later. But yeah, that's Seaside Hill in a nutshell. Pretty easy if I say so myself. Don't worry though, they won't be this easy. And yeah, this part's kind of boring. Your total score is based off of the time that you achieved in the stage, sometimes how many rings you get, and then there was one other attribute, I forgot what it was. And this can also be influenced by how many times you leveled up your characters. That sometimes gives you extra points.
Looks like Eggman's robots are here too.
I'm ready to take them out.
So now we're on to stage 2, Ocean Palace. You're gonna find pretty quickly that it elaborates on Seaside Hill quite a bit. Clearly because the first stage was way too easy, obviously. Now, this mechanic is opening the stone doors and breaking anything that's in your way, pretty much. Sometimes when you destroy enemies, you'll get power cores off of them. Again, pretty straightforward, but for people who have never played a game like this might seem foreign, and I don't blame you. So, there's that. Oh god, what is this? Oh yeah, it's one of these fan maneuvers, so you can just glide across, if you wish. Sometimes you're forced to, other times you're not. Most times you're required though. And these enemies are so dumb.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Of course I could just give a tutorial.
Leave it to me.
Essentially that's what I'm trying to do right here. Because you don't necessarily need the tutorial in this game, unless of course you're new. But it provides just enough challenge for... ow, that sucks. It provides just the right amount of challenge because this game can get really challenging, not gonna lie. I don't think that was the way it was supposed to be, but there you go. Rainbow rings are just for extra points.
Let's try getting items if we can.
Yeah, this is the way you're gonna be getting most of the items in power formation anyways. And a pretty useful tip as well, because sometimes you're not gonna be able to use that fan at all. So there's that. Hidden life right there, or 1-up. I guess it's called a 1-up here. I'll be honest right away. This one was actually my first Sonic game that I have ever played. I will be honest about that. Have I seen other people play Sonic games? Sure I have, but this was the first game I started with. That's kind of sad actually, but it's alright though. This is a different kind of Sonic game than what we're used to. It's still a platformer, but it's a little bit different. And it's stunning. It was stunning for its time, anyways. That's an invincibility. God. Why am I just stuttering all of a sudden? Wow. That's true. Now, this part I don't quite get, but that's alright. Just, you can go pretty much any direction here, but I recommend just doing speed formation, quite honestly, because that's the fastest route. Otherwise, I mean, power formation, I forgot to mention, when you're in those cannons, power formation, you are able to choose which direction you're aiming as well. Just thought I'd mention that. The other two are automated, so... Oh yeah, Team Blast again, because I didn't want to be stuck with these guys. Pretty obvious there. Bam. I can't reach this power cord, so I have to use fly formation. But, that is alright with me. So, I want to ask a question to you guys. Since this was my first Sonic game, like, ever, what was your first Sonic game? Pretty much anything. Well, almost anything. I wouldn't count the Sonic racing games, but I don't know. Those are in its own little category, I guess. Let me know down in the description. I would like to initiate a conversation, you know what I mean? And who knows? If you like what this video is offering, maybe give a like? I say that so uncertainly, but I'm gonna try and make this the best that it can possibly be, including commentary. I've been really slacking on that lately, so I'm gonna try my best here. But we enter the most dreadful part of the level, and I don't like this one bit because of what you have to do. Yeah, what are these things? Yeah, it's a rock. And basically you have to run away from it. I mean, easy enough, but it's not. And there's actually 3 rocks at the very end, so this part could get very tricky if you're not on your toes. But it's alright though. Ignore that sound there. That's just what happens when a giant rock falls to the ground. Wow, that was a mouthful. But yeah, really easy level except for that last segment. Really easy. And I didn't do half bad.
Was tight.
Of course it is. I'm not gonna make any jokes here. I'm just gonna be real. That was definitely tight. Definitely a good stage. And now we enter the boss for this area. Now, after every 2 stages, there is usually a boss or some form of battle that you have to do.
Just make fools of yourself.
I think you got that backwards, Doc.
In this case, we're fighting Eggman with the Egg Hawk, but as you're gonna see in a few seconds, this is way too easy. And there's a reason for it. Pretty easy. You can pretty much home attack them for a good portion of the first section, and then I just massacre him right here. There are enemies, but just ignore them. If you get damaged, it's alright. As you can see, it doesn't actually take very long. Aim for the head though, because that's obviously where he lies, right? So, pretty easy. And with that, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys on the next episode.
Ready for the junk pile.